everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tiffany, or welcome if you're new or from TikTok, because that's where most of y'all probably came from, because I had this here video go kind of viral. I had a lot of requests for a tutorial on this top. I made a yellow one in the video, but this is a black version of it, and lucky for you, I filmed it. It took forever and I'm sorry, but I got it done. And before we get started, I made the patterns for this top down below in the description, so you guys can go check that out. And if you guys recreate this top, tag me on Instagram, because I'm gonna repost all of your guys' creations. They're gonna be all beautiful and we're gonna be twinning. Okay, so to start off, we're gonna begin by tracing the pattern, and you can get this down below. I put it in the description, and this is what yours is gonna look like, and you're just gonna trace and cut around the purple line so you have enough room for hemming. And this is super important. Make sure you flip the pattern so that you have a left side and a right side. Now that I have all the pieces cut out, I'm gonna pin it so that the raw edges are facing upwards, which is gonna be the inside of the bodice. And you're just going to want to pin it down and try it on before you sew anything, just to make sure that it fits and that you're doing it right. Okay, so after I pinned everything together, I just made sure it was looking okay and making sure that everything was facing the right way, so you knew where the strings were going to come out, which is where I'm showing you guys now. And fold it in half to make sure that everything is lined up, all crisp, and then you're going to start sewing the pieces that you just pinned down together. Okay, so for this next part, I basically took the sleeves and folded them in half to where the pattern is this way. If yours doesn't have a pattern, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure it's folded in half, or the outer layer is on the inside. So my fabric kind of looks the same all over. So I'm gonna pin on here, but not all the way. So there's about like 4 to 5 inches here. Okay, so basically we're gonna have the sleeve, and with the patterns that I made, it tells you where to sew exactly, so you can measure it out if you want, or you can just follow the guide. And we're gonna pin down the sleeve to the inside of the bodice part. And here I am making a big mistake. You don't want to pin it on top. You want to make sure that they like kiss each other and they're facing upwards, and it's better to visualize it this way. And you're just gonna pin it down so that the excess raw edges are facing inward where nobody's gonna see them. Once that's all sewed together, I'm going to go ahead and roll up the hemming, and I'm going to do this twice so that we have a nice clean finish on the inside. And we're just going to pin that down all the way so that we know where to sew. Here's a close-up of the rolled hem, and you're going to want to stitch really far away from the top because we're going to feed a string through later. And this is me showing you guys how to do the rolled hem. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just roll it up twice so that you have a clean finish on the inside. Once you finish hemming everything, you're gonna just feed a string through, and this is me pinning it on my mannequin so that I can tell if I'm doing it right or not. But basically you're just gonna feed the string through on top of the sleeve through the front of the bodice, and I used a shoelace for this. I didn't like the string that I found beforehand, so you can just use a safety pin and feed it through all the way until you have the whole thing basically done. So I made another one. This is a black one, and I just want to let you guys know that these are both for sale on my Depop, and you guys can go check them out down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you guys have any more questions that I didn't explain in the video, comment down below and I'll try and answer them. And also don't forget, if you guys make this, tag me on Instagram because I want to see them.